Welcome to Grandma's Attic Music Review. I'm really happy to be with you this evening. So much going on, so many things. We just got done with the Whaley Awards and all the winners. I congratulate all of you. You all do wonderful things, and all the nominees, congratulations on even being nominated. What a wonderful, wonderful honor it is to be in the categories with the people that we're all in the different categories with. Tonight, we have one of our favorite stars back again with us. I have to say a huge thank you. We had booked a big band, a really, really big band, to come in and tape, but they were called away suddenly. We will have them, but so I had to do some scrambling, and every once in a while when I scramble, I call the biggest egg I know. So tonight we get to hear from one of my favorite Brits. This is all the way from Waterford, Mr. Vince Tuckwood.
I am a good egg.
Step in the sea, coat on your feet, you will make it, you will make it. Step in the sea and clench your teeth, you will make it, you will make it, you will make it, you will make it. Swim in the sea, the cold dark deep, you will make it, you will make it. The shark has teeth, he swims beneath, you will make it, you will make it, you will make it, you will make it.
very much. Dot, you're going to have to talk because I've got to tune the guitar.
What would you like to talk about,
I don't
darling?
know, what do you want to talk about?
How'd you like the Whaleys? How was the after party?
The after party with Anne Castellan and the Smoke. We're playing at 33, right?
Yeah, you played at 33.
Yes, it was wonderful.
It was an
It
awesome.
was rocking and bouncy.
It was probably pretty wild.
I should think Anne probably had the best time in the world ever.
I'm sure.
Um,
She had a couple nominations this year.
Yep, as did I, and it was wonderful to win all of them.
See? I
Actually,
agree with that. I agree with that.
We're all winners. There's no, I mean.
Well,
you
just
know,
even being nominated, I think
that's
is an
the point.
honor in,
So I
in
won
this community.
a Whaley in 2014. I think just around the time I came on the show last time, and it was wonderful. And I've won awards professionally and privately and musically and all those things. And it is great to be heard, and that's really what it feels like. But you know, when we live in the music capital of the New England, which is frankly
Right
what
here.
New London, this region
It really
is. You know,
is. I agree with you 100%.
everyone, it's too easy to say everyone's a winner, but everyone makes music, and it's great. You know, the world's better for it. So more of that, I say.
Right, I agree.
I'm a big fan of more music.
More music.
Yeah, a lot more. I'm almost there.
That's a wonderful thing. Well, you know, this song that you're playing right now is played on my show every single week.
How do you know which song I'm playing?
I know the song. No, the one you're playing right now, the tune-up song.
The
That's the
tune-up song,
tune-up
yeah.
song.
It's
Everybody
class, right?
plays it.
It's class.
Yes, it is.
It's on. There we go. We're on. I do the tune-up song very well eventually.
Oh,
when I try.
put me on the screen when I'm talking on this. Really?
Yes, and my head shines very much. I gleam. My head gleams. Zing!
It's a wonderful thing.
This is on the latest record. So, and Pam Strollo is a big fan of this song apparently. So.
And you ask one thing, just one thing that you need. It is more than I am able. And you count to 10 and then ask me again. It is more than I am able. Ooh-wee. It's not just 1, 2, 3. Is it what you want from me? 'Cause I am on my knees. Ooh-wee. What you want from me? Or can't you even see that I am on my knees today? I jumped through your hoops, been what I was not to. It has all been at your bidding. Ask for one thing, just one thing I have left. Well, I'm sorry, it's not on offer. Ooh-wee. It's not just 1, 2, 3. Is it what you want from me? 'Cause I am on my knees. Ooh-wee. What you want from me? Can't you even see that I am on my knees? Yeah. This would be a guitar solo. I'm singing it in my head now. It's great. I'm not going to sing it vocally yet. You ask one thing, just one thing that you need. It is more than I am able. Ooh-wee. It's not just 1, 2, 3. Is it what you want from me? 'Cause I am on my knees. Ooh-wee. what you want from me? Or can't you even see that I am on my knees? Ooh-wee, it's not just 1, 2, 3. Is it what you want from me? 'Cause I am on my knees. Ooh-wee, oh, what you want from me? Can't you even see that I am on my knees? Ooh-wee, I'm on my knees, yeah, ooh-wee. I'm on my knees, yeah, ooh-wee. I'm on my knees today.
Thank you. That's weird. All right. What song am I doing now? I'm going to do one off Turquoise, actually. So let's see. No, I'm not going to do that one because it'll hurt my hand. Let me try something else. Oh, yeah, all right. Bit of rock and roll. I don't often do rock and roll, but when I do rock and roll. Let your knees shake, let your heart break, go home. Let it break. It's love, just love, just love. Let your blood flow when it wants to, oh. Let it flow. It's love, just love, just love. Oh, sorry. All it takes is one step and then the next to the beat of the rhythm in your chest. Let yourself go down the wormhole, down you go. It's love, just love, just love. All it takes is one step and then the next to the beat of the rhythm in your chest. Yes, you know when it hits you at home. When it hits, it's love, just love, just love. All it takes is one step and then the next to the beat of the rhythm in your chest. So let your knees shake, let your heart break, go home. Let it break. It's love, just love, just love. It's love, just love, just love. It's love, just love, just love. Thank you. Apart from that pesky F sharp minor in the chorus there, but anyway, it'll be all right. I'm going to do something brand new. Actually, the first one I did was brand new, like a week old.
Nice.
And it's going to be on the next record, which is brewing nicely now, so it will be done by the end of the year. It's going to be closer to sparse than the more recent record, so it's kind of cool.
I love sparse.
I know, it's going back in that direction, but it'll be somewhere, it's not quite as empty as sparse, it'll be something in between.
We'll talk about that when you come talk.
All right, this one is dedicated to an old friend of mine who went off the wagon and never came back, so. I've got to get him something. You knew this would happen. That I would turn you loose.
bone would be cut through when I took the main line. You chose the coast. I wanted to get there, and you chose sunsets and ghosts. I broke off the needle while you swallowed it whole. I denied the supper while you took him in with a grin. You chose to mainline while I got back on track. You wanted to get there, and I got myself back. You knew this would happen. You knew this would happen. You knew this would happen.
Thank you. Yeah, that's a new one. It's about 3 weeks old. How many more minutes have we got?
About 15.
15. Cool. Excuse me. Another new one that's going to be on the new record. I haven't played this in a little while, so I'm not going to apologise, because Tim Quinn would shout at me if I apologised. But yeah, here we go. This is a song called Mountain. There's a story behind this one. I'll tell you it later on if you want to know it.
Try to drain the ocean, Try to push the mountain, be the change you want to see. Try to make them listen, try to make a difference, be all that you can be. And when it seems all uphill, I'll climb and no descent, one step and then the next, no rest. When you get to the top, just enjoy the view, the mountains call to you, and you will climb. Try to bend the river, try to melt the blizzard, do all that you can do. Try to make it happen, try to break their patterns, try to meet their needs. And when it seems all uphill, I'll climb and no descent, one step and then the next, no rest. When you get to the top, well, just enjoy the view, the mountains call to you, and you will climb. And though you're gasping for air, your head turned to stone, just keep on going. And when you're scared of the drop, your head fills with clouds. Just keep on going. And when it seems all uphill, I'll climb and no descent, one step and then the next, no rest. But when you get to the top, well, just enjoy the view, the mountains call to you, and you will climb.
Thank you very much. That one makes me hold my hand in one position for a long time. Sorry, it hurts after a little while. Okay, cool. Do you want another new one or something older?
Well, you know I want you to go real old.
I'm not going that old, Doc. I haven't played that one for a long, long time.
Oh my, oh
But
my.
who knows? Maybe.
What
maybe.
about off Turquoise? What about
You know what?
Cruelest Kindness?
Oh,
Is
crikey.
that on your list?
Yeah, I can play that one.
I
can
love
play
that song.
One. Oh, cool. Okay.
You know I love that song.
Yeah. It's the one nobody ever thinks about from the song, from the record. So it's good. All right, I'll do that, and I won't sing the high note right in the middle of it, but. All right.
There's a voice I heard somewhere along the way. There's a place I've been where 1,000 birds sweet template. There's a piece of me circling the moon and flying around the stars. But when I come back down, there's 1,000 scars where I cut myself, take it out on myself. I turn myself inside out for cruelest kindness, for pieces of love wrapped in temporary blindness, for cruelest kindness wrapped in temporary blindness. There's a piece of me circling the moon and flying around the stars. But when I come back down, there's 1,000 scars where I cut myself, take it out on myself. I turn myself inside out for cruelest kindness, for pieces of love wrapped in temporary blindness, for cruelest kindness wrapped in temporary blindness. And when I circle the moon and fly around the stars, you steal the sun to pull me back to earth, and still I try to ascend, to fly among the birds. You call me back and let me know I yearn for cruelest kindness, for pieces of love wrapped in temporary blindness, for cruelest kindness wrapped in temporary blindness. There's a voice I heard somewhere along the way. There's a place I've been where 1,000 birds shoot template. There's a place.
Ooh, thank you. Told you that. Allergy season. Every singer I know knows about it. Yeah, I was going to do that one. I might do this one. No, I'm going to do this one. I'm going to do a new one. Well, an old one. I'll tell you a story about the songs that I used to write and how I sing them now. That's an interesting thing I've discovered recently. This is a song called Head Down. This was written in 1992.
Just let me get my head down. I'm just trying to get some sleep. Don't take me to another party where I know no one, nobody knows me. Just let me fly away from here. Won't you just rub my head and lead me to my dreams where I know no one, nobody knows me. Oh, wrap me in an incense curl. I lay my fingers in 10 rows and cradle my head in sleep. dream. Oh, send my thoughts off in a whirl, and I will dance with angels and fly in my dreams. In sleep I am released. I am released. Just let me get my words out. I'm just trying to make a point. Well, I don't want to scream or to shout, but it's time I spelled this thing out. See, you've been sitting high in judgment, watching every move I make, every chance I take just for failure. Yeah, it's time I made this plain. Oh yeah. Oh, I see things you cannot see. I dream dreams of rare purity, where tigers dance with queens. That's a face of what I see. Oh, you stay blind, I've made my choice. Keep your calm and save your voice. Your negative extremes. I'm the fool who believe in dreams. Believed in dreams. Oh, I see things you cannot see. I dream dreams of rare purity, of paragon supreme. That's a taste of what I see. Oh, you stay blind, I've made my choice. Keep your calm and save your voice. Your negative extremes. I'm the fool who believes, who believes. I believe in dreams. Do 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 do. 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 Do 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 do.
Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you.
You want to give your hand a rest, or do you want to play one more and come sit with
I'll
me?
do one more, then comes. No, actually, let's. Yeah, no, I'm going to do one more. Okay,
Okay,
one more. Why not?
one more. Why
I'm
not?
just getting warmed up now. Let's
Well,
get my hand warmed up.
gee.
I'm going to do this one, and I've only performed this live twice in my life. And again, it was written in 1990. But yeah, there's a lot going on in the world at the moment. I don't want to get political, but it's about time we started accepting each other and stopped villainizing and demonizing each other. So this is a song called Face the Truth. And if it doesn't hurt you, why do you intrude? And if it doesn't cause you pain by just trying to be happy, you know the world just keeps on piling more problems into his life. And the floating doesn't come easy when he finds waves his only view. 'Cause he's just another man, and he's getting
just another man, and he's not like you. Can't you face the truth? You take your moral standpoint and you ram it down his throat, when all the time it's just your insecurity that makes you feel what you don't know. But don't you see he's hurting no one? It's a private affair, it's not any of your care. You are the intrusion, can't you just let him be? 'Cause he's just another man, and he's getting pleasure in what ways he can. He's just another man, and he's not like you. Can't you face the truth? He's just another man, and he's getting pleasure in what ways he can. He's just another man, and he's not like you. Can't you face the truth? And if he doesn't hurt you, why do you intrude?
Thank you.
So come on over and
I
join
will.
me.
I will. Let me
While
just...
Vince is getting ready to come over and join us, let me remind you about some wonderful things going on. It's summertime in the city of New London. One of the things you can do is go to thehygienic.org and check out the events that are going to be going on there. Sarah McKay has taken over as the gallery manager, and there's events happening there all the time. Wednesday evening are summer flickers. You can go there and find a list of events that are going on there. There's all kinds of festivals. The Food Truck Festival is coming up downtown. The I Am Fest, of course, is coming up at the end of the summer. And of course, Sail Fest, that will be the weekend of, I believe, the 14th, if I'm correct. I'm not sure on that date. But anyway, it's summertime in New London. You're in the music capital of New England. Please get out, enjoy each other, support the local shops downtown, support your community, and get out there and have a good time. It's summertime, and winter will be here. Hey, Vince.
Hello.
It's so good to have you back here.
Yes.
I always enjoy my time with you. We've got 3 of your pieces of music here. Now, when I first met you, you hadn't put an album out yet, and you were working on writing books.
Yes, yeah.
And where are you at in all of that right now?
I've always written and made music at the same time, and worked and been a father and all the other stuff. And when we first met, I was finishing Family Rules, and I think going into Escalation was the one after that, and that was my 3rd and 4th published novel, my 6th and 7th written work, but the 3rd and 4th published. I started 2 more books, and they're both at like 30,000 words, but I shelved them for a little while because music was the thing that came into the ascendancy, and
right.
it's you know, you have to follow the muse wherever it goes, and so the music was where it went. And much like Family Rules and Escalation, where I released 2 novels in a year, I ended up releasing 2 of the records in a year. So it's kind of, that came through. And one of the books, Rufus, is just beginning to bubble up again. I have this very
Rufus,
yeah, very attuned sense of when the subconscious is beginning to press.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
It's pressing around the new record, so a number of the songs I did there are on the new record or the next record, and Rufus is beginning to push up again. Yeah.
So is the new record a solo record also?
Yes, it will be. Yeah, and we'll probably do a Monkey 68 EP fairly soon. Now we've got to a fairly stable lineup of Monkey 68, and so that'll be a band record.
Who's in Monkey 68 with you?
Craig Johnson is
Nice,
my buddy
nice.
from Common Ground, who's a good friend of mine, and
I'm
he
still
plays
trying
bass.
to get him on this show.
He'll come. He's just working on his own record, and it's the recordings I've heard so far, the demos and the early cuts. They're
that's
really
what
good.
he said to me last time I spoke to him.
Yeah, it's cool. So definitely bring him in. He's come so far in the. I've known Craig for maybe 3 or 4 years.
Yeah.
Actually, coming up on 4 years because Common Ground's going to be 4 years old. And he's come on leaps and bounds. He was already pretty good as a singer-songwriter, but his new stuff is great.
His new stuff is, I've listened to some of it, it's really good.
It's really good.
So,
and Trevor Chandonnet is on the drums.
Oh my gosh.
So Trevor is, I've been really fortunate throughout, I've been playing in bands since I was 9 years old, so a long time, and I've always been fortunate to have really good drummers. So I've never had a drummer that wasn't good, who couldn't keep time and couldn't fit the song and stuff, but I've had my eye on Trevor since I ever first saw the River Gods with him playing with them, and you know, things changed, and we were just chatting at Common Ground one week, and we jammed, and I just said, you know, I'm looking for a drummer for Monkey 68, and so he stepped in, and it's about as perfect as it could be. If I was thinking drums myself, Trevor is the guy. I mean, he just fits in great, and he and Craig work well together. So as a three-piece, it's something special.
Nice. So. You also play with the band Annie and the Smoke.
Yeah, and Castellano and the Smoke. Yeah, it's that's my lead guitar gig. That's where I get to be less at the spotlight and more in the noise department. So it's good. And we've got a number of gigs in June. So it's good. We had a extended period off last year. I guess Bruce, the bass player, was sick for a little while. It's better now. Good, all good. But it meant we took an extended period off just after we'd released the last EP.
How do you like working with Annie? I've known her for about, give or take, 30 years.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I know her.
Yeah.
And I love her. How do you like working with her?
It's good. We've got to a good rhythm with the band. It wasn't, I'm quite an effusive personality, as you know. It's like kind of bubbly and bouncy. And Anne's not wired that way until you really get to know her. But once you get to know her, she's got like funny and all that sort of stuff. But she takes a little while to get to know her.
Right.
And for me, it was hard to get to know people. I mean, that was the story of this area. But no, it's great now. And you know, the band, we've been together 5 years now, maybe it's 4 or 5 years. Fairly stable lineup. Again, Tony on the drums, her brother on drums. And it's great. We've rigorously, for 3 years, we practiced every Thursday. And we've gone to every other week with Monkey 68 on the off weeks. But it's great. It's just, you know, we just hang out. And Anne keeps coming up with songs. I mean, she's got this songwriting knack that is hers and hers alone. They sound like Anne's songs.
They are.
But they've got
songs.
tastes of Motown, tastes of Phil Spector. I always hear that, the Mamas and Papas in there and stuff.
Yep.
So what's really cool with the new ones we've been coming out is working up new, because we're going to be recording later this year. And with the new ones, we finally got to a place as a band where we know what the band is, so we can begin to play with songs and try different. Like, let's try it this way. And there's a couple that have taken us in a different direction, but it's cool. It's a cool direction. So we're on at the Strange Brew 25th of June, Saturday night. So it's worth coming along. Actually, and I'm at 33 the night before that on the 24th at 33 Golden Street in New London with Monkey. So I've got like 4 or 5 days worth of music back to back. Because on the Wednesday, I'm at the Bee and Thistle in Old Line.
Really?
So it's like I'm doing a solo gig, a practice, then a Monkey gig, and then Anne Castellano and the Smoke gig. So
nice.
Yeah, it's cool.
Nice.
So 4 days solid.
I want to ask you a kind of a personal question.
Yes.
Is there any chance that there's a sequel coming to Sparrow and Butterfly?
Not a sequel directly, but one of the characters shows up in Rufus.
Really?
Yeah. So one of the characters.
Is it the one that I hope?
It might be. It might not be. I'm not doing that.
I can't wait. I love your writing. Let's talk about some of the places that people can find your things.
Yes. Yeah. Music. Actually, you can just search Vincent Tuckwood on Google. It'll
but
show
not
up
Vince Tuckwood. Vincent.
Yeah, Vincent
Tuckwood.
is my official name out there.
Make sure that you type in Vincent Tuckwood.
Yeah, but it won't always find me. Facebook, I'm Vince, I think. But I'm Vincent Tuckwood on my page on Facebook, but my personal page is Vince. But if you want to find the music, it's vincenttuckwood.bandcamp.com.
Yep.
Or vincet.net is the other one. And basically go into Amazon, just type my name, you'll find me. It's kind of, I'm out there. So
just because we're talking about music here, I need you all to know that Vince is an accomplished novelist, and his books are great. I have my favorites. Don't get me wrong.
You certainly do.
I really do. I do, and I give them to people as gifts because I love reading your stuff. So you can get his books, you can get all his music. He's got 3. Now let's start with Sparse. Sparse was the first album that you put out.
Yes.
Since I've known. Was it the very first album you ever put out?
It's the first released album. Yeah, I've had many CDs worth of demos. I'm a bit like Prince in that respect. The only respect I'm like Prince really is that I've got stored away like lots and lots of stuff. But Sparse was the first time I actually cut something with the intent of it being a record and released it as a record.
Yeah,
so.
and I have actually 2 favorite songs on here, Pieces
Really?
and Side by Side.
Oh, okay.
Both
I didn't know
of
Side
them.
by Side was
Now
a
you
big
knew
one for
that
you.
Pieces was.
Yeah, I didn't know Side by Side was though.
Yeah. So this is still, even this far out, my favorite album of yours. Now this album, like I said, I like Cruelest Kindness and I also like Egg Flip.
Yep.
And those are not the ones that are getting airplay. Those are not the 2 songs on this album that get a lot of airplay. Why did you name this what you named it?
It's my Nearly Blues record. So it's turquoise, cyan, sapphire, which are three nearly blue colors, but not quite blues. Because the long and short story is, I was raised in the UK shortly after all the blues greats had moved on and gone to America or taken too many drugs and faded out in terms of Peter Green. And so I loved Stevie Ray Vaughan, B.B. King, Gary Moore, Eric Clapton, those guys. But I never really wanted to play the blues like them because they did it so well. That's what it boiled down to.
I agree.
So I can play blues, like proper dyed-in-the-wall 12-bar. But I get a little bored of it for myself. It's not my muse. It's not where I am. But every so often my songs lean that way. And so Turquoise, Cyan, Sapphire is my nearly blues record because it's as close as I'm ever going to get to doing a blues record. So you heard some of the songs there were like the rock and roll flavored ones. It was a bit of fun to play with the old slapback echo. That's.
Now Grope has a really cool story to it. Do you want to give a quick rundown on how this album came to be?
Yeah, I have a Fender Stratocaster that I never really play live anymore. And I don't really play it very much anymore. And it was my guitar throughout the 90s. It's the guitar that I had my formative band years on. And I was playing it one day in the studio. And on my studio wall at home, I've got a set list from my band Grope from those days. And I was playing the guitar, doing a setup on it. And sure enough, all the songs came out of the guitar like it was haunted. It literally, the guitar started playing me, and all the songs came out. And I just remember looking up at the set list while that was happening. I'd gone on to autopilot, you know?
Right.
And I was just looking up at the set list, and I thought, there's a record. That, you know, those 10 songs there, as 11 or 12 songs, that's a record. And within 3 or 4 days, I'd recorded all the backing tracks, everything, because I knew the songs inside out, and it just was a case of just bam, 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 putting them down. And yeah, the record, then it took a little while to get the vocals and finishing mix done because I was working and making money so I can do this stuff. Yeah, it came from nowhere. I didn't expect to be releasing a record. I'd got Turquoise in mind and Dense, which is the follow-up to Sparse. That was in mind, but Grope came in from left field and just appeared. It's great. So.
How do you feel that Grope was received by at least the DJing public up at CNI?
Yeah, you know, I think I hope people like it. They seem to play stuff off of it, right?
They do. So it's kind of, they do.
And Grope is, you know, the beauty of it for me is this was all songs. There isn't a new song on there. They were all songs from a very defined period of 95 through 97. And we didn't have any capture of the band at the time. So for me, they're just joyous. They're just these kind of Britpop songs that I wrote and played in when I was in the UK with Scott and Matt. And so it was just like a real time capsule. It was like digging it up and then just saying, cool, this is what I would have recorded if I'd been then. So there's a whole experience of being the musician, guitarist and singer that I am now, playing what I used to play when I was 15 years younger, whatever it is.
Right.
And that was, you know, there's a couple of songs there that have got a slightly different melodies and stuff. And I know they're different. Nobody else would know they're different.
Right.
But you know, I'm overjoyed when anyone listens to anything. So as soon as Anne posts up the Deranged radio show on WCNI, she posts up her set list that she
Right.
played, or the playlist.
And you see,
And you see
your
my name on there, and it's like, oh, cool. And I was right next to either Blur or Beady Eye, Liam Gallagher's band. So it's like, I mean, Mara, I've made it now. You know,
It feels cool.
it's great.
And,
It's just to be
and
heard.
I think
It's great.
for DJs, at least for me, to be able to know where you're coming from and be able to play your music makes it even more personable and
Yeah.
makes it even more real and makes
Good.
us want to play it more.
Yes.
And I know that Anne and Pam Strollo, I tagged her in the fact that you were here today,
Yeah.
because I know that Pam loves your music too.
Yeah, she's great.
So yeah, she's a great
It's great
DJ
to have
too.
advocates. Yeah, it's lovely to have advocates, and I don't use the word fans, but that's where other people would go. You know, most of us who make music are doing it to form some form of connection
Right.
with the audience or with ourselves, because we find ourselves in our music. And so whenever there's signs of a connection or anything, it's wonderful. So that's I'll take it. I'll be very
Now,
happy.
one of the things in your story, I kind of have to bring it out. You come from being heavily involved in the corporate world.
Yes.
And that had gotten to a place for you that was, just in your words, destroying you.
Mm-hmm.
So now that you've come out of that, we've only got a few brief minutes.
Yes.
What made you come away from that, and how are you now, several years later, that you've stepped away from that and stepped into your own and literally come
Yeah.
into your own musically and with your books?
Yeah, and with my family as well, I think. The easiest way to think of it, it's funny, there's a blog going out tomorrow that's about this on my business site from a coaching perspective. Long story short, I decided at 13 that I would take the quote-unquote safe option, pursuing science and going into world, and everything from that point forward was unraveling that decision to the point where I could stand in my own shape and be who I am. So
Yep.
that's long story short, and it wasn't a case of angst about whether I should or not. It was just I woke up literally on the 9th of January 2009, ready to go, done, and then it was just a case of how do I do it. So
And you've done it.
and I've done it, and it's six
your-
years out, and 7 years out actually coming up on.
And your family is doing really well.
Yeah,
Your
my girls are
daughters
fantastic,
have
yeah.
just got done this school year. I saw the
Yes.
pictures.
Yeah,
They-
fifth grade promotion yesterday. So.
That's wonderful. And they're both involved with martial arts
karate,
and
yeah.
really good at it.
Yep, both
Even
black belts.
better than you a little bit.
Yes, yeah. My eldest girl, Elise, is ahead of me in the thing. I'm a second degree, and she's ahead of me on that, and much better than me.
Better
which is
watch
great.
out.
Oh yeah,
She's
got,
a teenager now.
you know, everything that's happening in the world, I want those girls to be able to look after themselves. So
They'll be able to.
that's what
Vince,
it's about.
as always, having you come on my show is always just, it thrills my heart. I
Yeah,
love
thank you. Happy
you.
to be
I
here.
love what you do. I can't wait to read Rufus. I'll be
It'll
ready.
be a while yet, but maybe next year it'll be.
Yeah,
it'll
I'll
done.
be ready. And when you have a new album, you'll bring it back to us.
I will,
You say you have
yes.
one coming out at the end of this year.
If I record it, yeah.
Yep.
When I record it.
Bring it back. Bring it up to the radio station. You
I
know
will.
we'll get it on the air. And will you take us out with a song?
I can. Let me think about which one. Yes, I know what I'll do. I'm going to turn this off.
Yes,
so-
you can turn that
Yeah,
off.
good.
So while Vince is going back to the thing, oh my goodness, I already gave you the local stuff. Let me tell you a little bit about our community. All of you know about the epidemic that's going on. If you see someone in need of help, please reach out to them, help them get the help that they need. We've got an epidemic going on. It's a drug culture that's killing people. It's killing people badly. So reach out to your neighbors. It's not just the down and out that are caught up in this epidemic. It's your neighbors, it's your friends, it's your family. Reach out to the people that you know. Give them the love and the support. It comes from a disease. It's not because people just want to be out there getting high. This is a disease, and we all want to help one another. That's the only way we're going to survive in this world today. So until next week, I don't want to leave you on a bad note. I'm going to let Vince take you out with a song. God bless and have a really, really great week. Bye-bye.
Let me do this for you, Doc.
I've seen you walking around, yes, and I've seen you hang around some other guy. Now tell me, what's your excuse? 'Cause 'Cause when it comes between me and him, got to choose. Oh, we seem to have the best thing, and we should have spent the rest of our lives together. Now you're cutting me loose. 'Cause when it comes between me and him, you got to choose. Did you think it was easy trading me in? All I know is you got to see the truth. It's me or him, it's me or him. Did you think it was easy trading me in? All I know is you got to see the truth. It's me or him, it's me or him. I've seen you walking around, yes, and I've seen you hanging around some other guy. Now tell me, what's your excuse? 'Cause when it comes between me and him, you got to choose.